Looking at this, I think that this is a 75 card copy.
Not quite very close. David had a Trinket Mage sideboard package.
You're right, he did.
The main deck, I believe, is... Oh, we're live.
And we're up. And it's the Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise from Todd on the play to Isolated Chapel from Tom on the draw.
If we're going to game 3, then obviously Tom won 1 game. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom won it on the back of all of the creature removal and then putting something big into play. That's scary. Todd lays a Birthing Pod for 2 life on turn 2. There are Ancient Grudges in Tom's deck to take care of that potentially.
But just a Clifftop Retreat. So Todd's going to get a nice unmolested turn right here. He probably has to be worried about a variety of sweepers. Is Day of Judgment, Slagstorm, and Whip Flare all in multiples.
Yes. And Torpor Orb in the sideboard.
Wow. And Stony Silence.
Oh, wow.
So Stony Silence gets both, like, you play Stony Silence for the opposing Nile spellbounds.
So is this like a fright, or a control deck version of like...
Yeah. I've played like some versions with blue, Forbidden Alchemy, for example.
Strangleroot Geist comes on out, summoned off of the body of it looks like a dead Llanowar elf.
So when Llanowar elf upgrade into Strangleroot Geist, and 2-point attack. And since Todd had the mana lying around, he just paid the 2 mana for the Birthing Pod.
Ancient Grudge?
Lingering Souls. And that's a Shimmering Grotto at the bottom of your screen. So I'm a big fan of Shimmering Grotto in these types of decks. It's not the most efficient card, but it's going to get you where you want to go at some point. So I can see an Inferno Titan in Todd's hand. I kind of like Tom's deck, not gonna lie.
I do too, actually. I'm actually a really big fan of being aggressively anti-creature right now. We have a Huntmaster of the Fells.
As long as you can be diversely anti-creature, which Tom absolutely is. He has a Devil's Play and a couple of Oblivion Rings as well.
I think we're going to see an Acidic Slime. He's sacrificing it. Yeah, you're right, though. He's got a lot of different kinds of cards. Oh, yeah, boy, that's devastating.
I mean, that's one of the appeals of the pod deck, that you can just aggressively mana screw people.
Right. Now,
it's not like Tom's missed a land or anything. He just like looks like he's missed like 5 lands.
Go Whip Flare right now. Like, Whip Flare, one of the reasons to play a red controlling deck, I think. And he does have, at least in the main, 2 Whip Flare.
Oh, wow. I don't think it's Tom has one of my favorite cards in Standard right now in his sideboard. Looks like Lingering Souls Flashback and another Clifftop Retreat. So Tom has Increasing Devotion in his sideboard.
Okay.
I love that card.
Is that the tutor?
No, it is the Make a Million Creatures.
Okay, gotcha.
You know it makes 10 creatures when you flash it back?
It's 5 humans and then 10 humans?
Yeah,
nice.
And then 5 and 9 mana.
So it's like
my favorite cube card. I draft it all the time.
It's like the good version of Army of Damned?
Basically. Because it's always enough.
I mean, I've definitely.
And I've played my fair share of Army of
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. I mean, it was like a black-blue finisher for some people, like running their one of.
Those are my States deck.
I remember.
So
was that when you were still in? Oh, here we got another Acidic Slime.
Still in Arizona.
Yep.
So wow. So Phantasmal Image, copy Acidic Slime, Birthing Pod away at Birds of Paradise, get another Phantasmal Image for the Acidic Slime. And Tom does not have very many lands anymore.
This is one of the reasons why I really love the image-based builds of this deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've definitely seen people who aren't running that style, and I don't understand why not go down this path. This path seems so scary.
If you're a dedicated Birthing Pod deck, I feel you have to. Like, I don't mind decks like Brian Kibler's, which are like semi-pod decks.
Another Shimmering Grotto, go? Oh, that can't be good.
That's only he only has 2 lands. What do you expect him to do?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Tom here.
I mean, if he can get a whip flare off, he'll be
mean,
alive.
Todd Anderson's going to have a 6-drop.
Yes.
When this turn is over, more than likely.
And Tom has
He has
Oblivion Ring.
Yeah, that's just not gonna race the. One thing that's really cool about these image pod decks. So we Birthing Pod away a 1-drop for an image. The image copied a 5-drop. So now we can Birthing Pod away the image and get a 6-drop.
Yep.
So we can go from 1 to 6 in 2 turns with the image.
This is one of the reasons that I was so impressed by Godenis Vidaguris' build with the Sun Titans. Because then the image would be in the yard, and you're like, geez.
Right. Yeah, being able to pod for a Sun Titan here would be unbelievable. And the problem with these decks is like it's
the mana.
The mana's not that bad. It's just like you have so many cards that do nothing without a Birthing Pod, or just like kind of weak.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely running Blade Splicer, Vidaguris.
Yeah.
And that's a questionable card at times. Okay, the big attack here. We've got 6 power of Acidic Slimes. We've got 2 power of Wolf, and I think 3 power of Geist.
I think it's still actually 2, because I'm not sure if he sacrificed it at any point.
Okay.
But either way, it's 10 damage or maybe 11 damage. But I'm pretty sure it's just 10. Yeah. Because he potted into the Geist, but then never potted for a 3-drop. Unless it attacked and traded with Souls, I don't think it did.
He saves back 1 spirit.
So yeah, it's a...
And we have the Kessig Wolf Run, which with Death Touch makes for an easy trample. He's counting now. The Death Touch Trample combo, assuming Todd Kessigged up his Acidic Slime.
I feel like, yeah, he activated and pointed to a slime, so... Yeah. So he trample... Well, granted,
it doesn't matter in this case, because there were 2 of them. So it's actually the same difference, but... and he turns a Llanowar Elf into probably a Geist.
Another image.
I don't think he has any left. Doesn't he have already...
He has 2 in play.
Oh, he does.
And
Jeez.
And that's game.
Unless she's got a Whip Flare in hand and is just looking for a red source. That's it.
Yep. So Todd Anderson takes our second match. 2-1. We only got to see the 3rd game, but once again, you saw like both Todd and David being firmly in on